Willkommen. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, my name is Sean Huggins. This is React with Hugs. And today we have a pretty cool video that I found. Hopefully it's pretty cool. Now don't come for me in the comments section. This is not me saying this. This is the title of the video. But it says, Hallo, why Germans are so weird. Now, again, I'm not the one saying that you guys are weird. Okay? And even if I was, I'm pretty weird too, so it's fine. No judgment-free zone here, okay? But we're going to figure out why are Germans so weird, according to Mark from Walter's World, who I watch a lot of his videos. This guy's awesome. So let's see why Germans are so weird, shall we? Los geht's.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Bamberg, Germany. And today we're going to talk about some of the Germanisms you should know before you come here. When I talk about Germanisms, it's more those little things, little cultural differences that you might not know is happening when it's actually happening to you. And one of the things I want to start with is the one thing that Germans like to do, which seems kind of odd and rude when it's somebody else's, because in some cultures it's really, really weird to have people stare at you and like not blink at you. But here in Germany, Augenkontakt.
Dude, that made me super uncomfortable having him stare at me like that. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, in my time living in Germany, I gotta say, I didn't really notice this too much at all, actually. I don't know if it's my part of Germany that I was living in. I was in Baden-Württemberg, but I didn't ever really, like, I always hear this stereotype that the Germans stare, Germans like to stare, all this stuff, but I never really noticed it, to be honest. So I don't know. I don't know if this is just a stereotype that isn't, you know, that's like an old stereotype that doesn't maybe exist so much anymore, or maybe it was just my area, or maybe I just am not, maybe I'm not exciting enough to be stared at. I'm not interesting enough, I think. I'm not unique or something. I don't know. Anyways.
Eye contact is very important. They are very much eye contact people.
Well, the eye contact when you cheers, that is one tradition that we don't have in America. And Isa, my German wife, she drilled that into me. If you don't make eye contact when you're cheersing, ooh, that is, well, I've heard a lot of different things. What happens if you don't do that? I'll let you guys say it in the comments. If you know what happens when you don't make eye contact when you cheers, then yeah, leave it in the comments what happens. But I've heard a few different things. Anyways,
they will stare a lot. They will stare at you when you're at a restaurant. They'll stare at you at a bar. They'll stare at you when you're on the subway. They'll just stare at you on the street. And in some places, that's like people are like, "You got a problem?" No, not here. They just stare. So just be ready to have people stare at you, okay? Just stare, stare, stare. And sometimes it gets very much uncomfortable. But it's okay. They don't anything by it, okay? So that's one thing I want you to know, all right? And the thing is, they might be staring at you and then decide, you know what? I'm going to invite them over to my house. Well, no, it probably won't work that way. But no, if they're staring at you, they're probably not going to invite you over to their house, but you never know. But I think there's some Germanisms. If you're lucky enough to get invited to a German's house, you should go. But you want to understand some of the things you need to watch out for when you do go there. And one thing is the house shoes. Every time you go to a German house, you always take off your shoes, because usually it's raining, or you got snow, you got mud or whatever, so you got dirty feet, you got dirty shoes. Nobody wants to track that in your house. So if you go to somebody's house here in Germany, you take your shoes off. But they will have Hausschuhe.
Yeah, Hausschuhe, also not a thing in America. Like, people definitely have slippers, aka American Hausschuhe, but it's not like a super common thing where it's like pretty much everybody in Germany, as far as I know, most people have Hausschuhe, or at least take their shoes off when they come inside. In America, it's pretty common to just keep your shoes on and just walk all over the house with your shoes on. Not every house, but it just kind of depends on, you know, it goes house to house, but it's not so uncommon to just leave your shoes on and walk around the house.
house shoes for you. I remember every time going to see my girlfriend that I had here years ago, I go and visit, and she's like, you didn't bring your house shoes? I'm like, we don't even sell those in the U.S. I don't even know where to even get those. And so I'd have to wear her dad's second backup pair of house shoes around the house all the time, okay? So,
Nice.
So don't be surprised. You take off your shoes, and they go, here you go. And it's two fuzzy kind of slipper-like things to go around the house. So do be aware of that. And if you're in their house, be ready for luften. And luften, what it is they just they like air. Like, there's companies that literally have...
Yeah, we don't do this in America either. Like, dude, man, this is so crazy. Like, we don't do any of this stuff in America. It's so true. This video is spot on. It's so funny. Okay, anyways.
Almost gone out of business that are from outside of Germany that came here and did not have windows that open in their factories. Okay, no joke. Go look it up, right? And so Germans love fresh air. They love nature. They love to get out. It's really cool. Like, you can go, Father's Day, let's go drink beer in the park. Like my buddies, let's go hang out at the park. Sure, let's go to a beer garden, hang out outside. Need that fresh air, that luft, right? And so what will happen is at the house, a couple times a day, 2-3 times a day, you won't be surprised if your German friends
I have to say, this is a little bit unrelated to the video, but Bamberg, from the background here, it looks incredible. I think I might need to visit Bamberg.
Open the window for a bit to get some fresh air inside. We need some fresh air. That's all. It's nothing bad,
Luft.
but it's kind of weird when you're like there and you're already cold and it's like minus 10 degrees outside and you're like, why? Why is Magnus opening the window? It's freaking cold here.
Dude, opening the windows in the middle of winter and doing it every day, multiple times a day, is so the opposite of what you would do in America. Like, in America, you're taught to like never open the windows during the winter because then you let all the hot air out and that's wasting money. That's wasting, heat. So it's like the complete opposite mindset. And yeah, I got used to it. I got used to the frische Luft and I like it now, but it's definitely, it took some getting used to for sure.
What is he doing? Oh, yeah, they're just luften. It's just a German thing. And if you're at their house, another thing I think is really important, this is a Germanism, but it's a good Germanism, it's the recycling. The thing is understanding
another thing that
where
takes
all the
forever to get
recycling
used
goes
to
is quite complicated
compared to America.
There's different glass, there's garbage, there's paper, there's plastic, there's so many different colored bins. You're never sure. And when I lived here, there wasn't as many of the different colored bins, right? And I still was confused, like, well, would this be green glass or brown glass? I mean, it's not clear. I can see it's a color, but where would I put that? Like, it's really confusing sometimes. And you'll hear Germans go, "Hallo," if you mess up the recycling. Okay, so.
Hallo.
Just don't be afraid to ask. And if you're not sure, when you go to throw things away, one of the locals might go, "Hallo," to let you know you're putting it in the wrong bin. And that "hallo" kind of thing is another Germanism you really need to know. So, hallo, like hello, is hello in German. But if they say it this way.
We also do that in English too. Like, you could say hello, like to say hello, to greet someone. But you could also be like, hello, and it's basically, it's the same thing. That's pretty cool, actually, how both languages basically do the same thing.
Hello. People will always look because it means something is going wrong. You're doing something wrong. And they want to point it out to you. You're not following the rules. You're not putting stuff in the right recycle bin. You're not doing something correct. It's a German thing. Okay? It's not meant to be mean. It's just to draw people's attention. And if you're not sure about it, you're like, what the heck's going on? And I've seen a number of tourists be like, hello. They're saying hello back, and that's not what it's meant, okay? So do be aware of that one, okay? Now, another Germanism that gets travelers when they fly with Germans, especially when it's like a vacation destination, like you're going to Greece or the Canary Islands or whatever, Germans, when they land, they like to clap. Yay, we landed, we didn't die.
That's true.
I think that's really cool.
Oh,
they don't do it as much as they used to.
Dude, I hate that. I think that's the weirdest thing, to clap when you land. And I always think it's so funny when people do it. But it happens every time I'm flying in Europe. It always happens. And I don't get it. It's like, I don't know. It's so funny to me. I like that.
But just know,
I like it a lot.
If people start clapping on your plane when it lands, those are probably Germans. Or if you're in a work presentation or something, as people start knocking on the table, that's like clapping. They knock on the table to make things good, all right? And believe me, if you see a German do this for you, they put their thumbs together, they're pressing their thumbs. That's actually a good luck thing you might want to know. But that's a hand gesture. We got a whole other video on German hand gestures, but this is good luck. So I wish you good luck when you're here in Germany.
Daumen drücken. Daumen drücken. Daumen drücken. Something like that. I think I'm close. Anyways.
Germany, so you don't get overrun by the Germanisms that are here. The thing is, ich drücke dir die Daumen. I press my thumbs for you when you come here that you're always on time. Good luck with that, because the Deutsche Bahn makes it a little bit tough. But a Germanism really is, the punctuality is very important. If you want to insult a German, look, they can take the jokes about the past. They can talk about making fun of the soccer team and the football team and stuff. But man, you're not on time. It's worse than insulting their mother. Okay, like pünktlich. You got to be punctual when you're here in German. It's very important. Also, following the rules is actually a really big German kind of thing. And that's where you might get that hallo, because you weren't following the rules.
Yeah, following the rules is a very big thing in Germany for sure. And that is something that I also wasn't used to, because in America, if somebody is not following the rules, you might just not say anything and just be like, okay, well, that guy's not following the rules. I don't like that, but it's also not my problem. In Germany, if someone's not following the rules, they're going to hear about it for sure.
So just be aware of that. I'm just trying to help. It's that German in me that wants you to know things, so I don't have to say, hello, tourists, so you don't make any bad mistakes, all right? So what are some Germanisms you see and you've dealt with when you've come to Germany that made you go, Germans? And I know there's some other ones out there. I know people are going to put in there that'll get you. If you talk to anybody that decided to work with Germans at a meeting or in group projects in school, they'll let you know some definite ones about how Germans really have a certain passive-aggressive superiority complex that I'll explain in another video.
Passive-aggressive superiority complex. Wow. Okay, so Germans think that they are better than everybody without being too in your face about it. They just know that they're better than people. They don't have to explain it. They just know that they're the best, right? Okay, interesting. Something like that, I think. Well, I guess I can ask you guys, the experts, what do you think? Do you think that you have a superiority complex? Do you think you're better than everybody? Or is that just a stereotype that isn't true? Or are you not sure? I don't think I have noticed a superiority complex with Germans. I mean, I've worked with Germans, obviously, because I worked when I was living in Germany. And yeah, I mean, definitely some people, but, there's also people that think they're better than everybody in every country, including America. So I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's like a common thing or more common from Germans, but maybe that's just me. Either way, though, like I said, I'm curious what you guys have to say about it. Are there any other little Germanisms that people need to know about? Anything that I'm not thinking of? Let me know your thoughts. Leave your mustard down in the comment section below. That's all the time that I have for today, though. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.